Hey guys, this is Haley from OneOneRabbits.com, and today I'm going to be doing July's cage tour. So I'm going to start out where I always do, on this area of the cage. So for those of you who don't know, this area is approximately 2 feet wide by 5 feet long. And I just have this linoleum wooden base rested on 2 shelves, and in the middle I have a mini fridge. I use the mini fridge to keep all of the bunnies' veggies as they take up a lot of space, and so it doesn't really fit in our main refrigerator in our kitchen. So right on the left side I just have 2 litter boxes with this hay tube going along the back, and I also have an NIC grid in the middle dividing the 2 litter boxes apart. The reason I did that is because with bonded bunnies, one of my rabbits, Mocha, tends to like to push the other rabbits out of the litter box because he thinks the litter boxes are his area. So when I have this NIC grid blocking here, I can have one rabbit eating here and one rabbit eating here without them jumping over and chasing the other rabbit out. Then right here, Lulu is just sleeping on the cage. Underneath this fleece, I have a really long memory foam mat that goes along the whole length of this area of the cage. And then over on this side, I have a homemade bed that I made for them. So this is just a little corner area. They can either go down the ramp or continue onto the rest of the cage area. Then over there I have their 2 water dishes. This is actually one of Mocha's favorite spots to sleep. For some reason he like lays right up against the 2 water dishes, and it's really cute. Then after that corner area we have another part of the cage that extends against this back wall. One thing I thought I'd quickly mention about this area of the cage is that I do have 4 or 5, I think it's 4 smaller memory foam mats that run along this whole area, and it covers the whole linoleum base. So that is all memory foam mats covered with fleece. If you're wondering why I'm using so much memory foam and fleece, it's because my rabbits have had sore hocks in the past. Lulu is the one who struggles with it the most, but hers are actually going away, which is really exciting for me because I can start giving her more floor time on hard floors because we don't have any carpet in our house. So that's been exciting, and I'm hoping her sore hocks stay away. So having the memory foam in the cage has really helped, and I believe that they also enjoy it as it's really soft on their feet. I mean, who wouldn't want to walk on memory foam all day? Right in front of this ginormous tube, I have a whole pile of baby chains that the rabbits can toss around. Then I have this ginormous tube. I think it's made for kids to crawl through. I found this at my local Goodwill just by chance. Someone had given it there. I'd say it's about 5 feet long, so it's pretty big. And I just have it along this area of the cage as just a little tunnel. Then right in this corner, I just have a random pile of toys. As you can see, there's these big plastic things. These are actually a child's bowling set that I also found at a Goodwill. And you can set these up and your rabbits can like knock them over. But since I don't have a lot of hard floor in my room, they don't stand up on the carpet or the fleece. So I just have to set them up in a little area that is hard floor. But yesterday when I was cleaning, I just threw them all in the cage so that I could vacuum the floor, and I haven't really put them back yet, so I just have them like piled around over here. Then back there is just actually a homemade toy that I made. Now this is the new area of the cage, and this is pretty much just another 2x5 linoleum base that I have added, and it just gives them more space that's elevated and off the floor. They seem to really like their cage area, so I thought I'd add on to it so they have a lot more room in that area. Of course, they're still free range in the whole entire room, but I feel like they really like this addition. I just have it sitting on this table, and since it's just a temporary situation, I just have it kind of sitting on a table right now, but I don't think I'll be adding this permanently to the cage. I haven't really decided yet, but I feel like it kind of makes my room feel smaller. But at the same time, I feel like it also makes it feel cozier. So I haven't really decided if I liked it or not, but I just thought I'd give it a go and see how I end up liking it in a couple weeks. So on this part of the cage, I do not have these grids able to fold down, so it's gonna be kind of harder to see this area, but I pretty much just have these zip tied right to the base. I actually have holes screwed in and I just zip tied them right onto there. So these don't move, but they're really sturdy, so there's no way they're gonna like fall over. But I have a hay tube right here, and then I also have another two litter boxes with a grid divider. I'm hoping having two areas where I have litter boxes will help with the litter box issues, because my rabbits do kick each other out of the litter boxes, so maybe having two areas will be helpful, because if a rabbit's getting picked on, they could come over to the other spot and use the litter box there. Then right here I just have a plain cardboard box with some paper packaging inside. We just had a package shipped to our house, so I thought the bunnies would enjoy playing with this stuff. And down here I just have a little door cut out so that they can go in and out. I don't really know if they've been using this or not. I know they've like flattened the paper a little bit, so I don't know if they like it or not, but we'll just keep it in there probably until next cage clean. Then over here I just have a couple of toys I also threw back here when I was cleaning yesterday. I didn't really do a good job of like sprawling the toys all over, I guess. So in the remainder area of the cage I have this NIC hidey hut that I've made. I originally didn't have this in here when I added the extension on, and I didn't have any big hidey houses for the bunnies. I thought with the big tube over there and this little thing that they'd be fine, but Mocha actually gets very scared, I guess you could say, if he doesn't have his hidey house. He needs his big hidey house, otherwise he gets really scared, and because he's scared he starts getting a little aggressive, because rabbits just get aggressive when they're scared because they're trying to protect themselves. So once I added this, he got completely fine and he sleeps in here all the time and he's so happy. So I have learned never to take his hidey house away or he gets very upset. But I'm just gonna lift up this sheet so that you guys can like see underneath here. So this is what it looks like without the sheet on it. I just woke Mocha up taking it off, so I feel kind of bad, but this is what my NIC grid hidey house looks like. I've made multiple hidey houses this exact same style, and all of my bunnies really enjoy it. I've made them multiple times. I think I've used these for quite a few, probably like a year or two now. So they really enjoy these. If you guys want to know how to make these, I would be happy to make a video on how I made this, as they're very simple to make and my bunnies love them. Hi buddy! And then again, underneath this fleece, I also have a memory foam mat so that it's nice and squishy for them. So one problem I do have with this hidey house is that the bunnies will jump on top of it. And the reason it's a problem is because I don't have anything on top to make sure that it doesn't hurt their paws. I used to have little carpet things to go on top so that it wouldn't hurt their paws, but I had to get rid of those because they got peed on. So I'm gonna, sometimes I add walls along here so that they can't jump on top, or I just have to find something to put on top of the wires so that it doesn't hurt their feet. And another thing I forgot to mention in last month's cage tour and June's cage tour is that I actually painted my logo on the wall, which I'm really excited about. You guys would have already seen this if you are following me on Instagram, which you guys should all do because I post there all the time. My name is Official 101 Rabbits, and I'm really obsessed with Instagram, so you guys should follow me there. Anyways, I painted this when Amanda from My Pets 1031 came, and we painted the mural on my wall, and it's super exciting. I really love it. There's some touch-up work to be doing that I have to do, but I haven't gotten around to that yet. But I really like the look of it, and I've wanted to do this since I've moved into this house like 2 years ago. So it's really exciting that I finally have it on my wall. And for the floor area of the bunny room, it isn't that exciting. I don't have anything down here right now except for their towel with veggies on top. So yeah, pretty much the ramp goes onto that little shelf. Actually, it's a drawer thing. And so in that drawer, I have more rabbit supplies. Behind that is their kennel. And right there is another shelf or cupboard that I have more rabbit supplies in. And that's pretty much it for this floor area. It's pretty boring, but they tend to like to just have the floor open and just sleep on here anyway. If I ever put hidey houses down here, they don't even like use them anyway, so I tend to keep the floor nice and clean just so that it's easier for me to walk around and see the bunnies and stuff. That's pretty much all I wanted to say. Thanks for watching this cage tour. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys all soon on a new video. Bye! So this hidey house is actually made out of an old dog crate, and I'm just gonna go ahead and lift up the blanket that's on top so that you guys can see inside. So this is what it looks like inside.